Time now for a fresh read on how Americans are feeling about President Trump's economic policies. Steve Liesman has results from the latest CNBC All-America Economic Survey.
Thank you, Melissa. 1,000 surveyed across the nation. Joe, across the nation?
Yeah.
1,000 surveyed across the nation. Not just Americans, all Americans.
Oh, I see.
Not just sports people.
This has nothing to do with collegiate.
No.
All this time. Why did you do that? I was fine.
I feel comfortable retreading the same joke over 22 years. I would feel lost.
Yeah, I never do that.
I would feel lost.
I've got 3 jokes total.
Work on some new material, would you? Both President Trump's overall and economic approval ratings remain negative, despite a slight improvement in the CNBC All-America Economic Survey for August. The president is also net negative on several key issues, from his handling of tariffs, inflation, taxes, and federal spending, though economic views have brightened a bit. But the president's pain is not the Democratic Party's gain. I'll get to that in just a second. Let's take a look. Overall, the president, 46-51 on approval, disapproval. That's a 2-point net improvement, so within the 3.1% margin of error. Economic approval, 45-53. That's a 4-point improvement. But note that it's one of the first times we've had 2 or 3 tracks where the president's economic rating is actually below his overall rating. During the first term, it was always above it. So here are the ratings on the southern border. It's the one of the 7 issues where he's decidedly has a positive, where Americans have a decidedly positive view. 53-44 approved, disapprove. But on deporting illegal immigrants, 49-49, an evenly divided nation on that. Tariffs, people are negative on that, 45-51. And this is an Achilles heel, I think, for the president here. Inflation and the cost of living, and how the president's handling that. 37-60 to the negative side for the president. A lot of conflicting responses in this survey. Our Republican pollster said it's like the survey was arguing with itself. Maybe this is the result of Americans trying to figure out their own opinions to these breakneck changes that are coming from the Trump administration. Look at this, for example. MAGA Republicans, self-identified, they 98% approve of deportations. Non-MAGA Republicans, that goes down to 61%. So some argument within the party on that. Liberal Democrats, on the other hand, 97% disapproving of it, while 19% of moderate Democrats approve of it and 78% disapprove. Some of the negative numbers for Trump might be behind a modest improvement in prospects for Democrats next year in the congressional elections, but it is very early, and both the Republican and Democratic pollsters on the survey caution, don't read too much into this right now, but here are the numbers. 46-48 were the numbers in April for Democratic control, and now it's 49-44 for Democratic control. So a 3-point gain. We're watching this. It's early days. They're not cautioning, though, against reading into these results for the Democratic Party, where net approval is the lowest that our pollsters have measured since 1996 for any party. Minus 32, net negative 32, including 25% of Democrats and 54% of independents who have negative views. Republicans just minus 9.
That's a really good portmanteau.
Which one? Independents?
Independents. Those are pundits. They're very rare.
But they're independent.
They're independent.
Independents.
Independents. You just came up with that.
Independents.
You're like Sarah Palin.
On the economy, Joe, we saw a modest uptick in views on the current state and the stock market, but Americans remain pessimistic on the outlook, and 60% say costs are rising faster than their incomes. Guys, there's a lot of stuff moving around, and trying to nail down how Americans feel about this is a challenge, but I think this survey does a very good job of getting at it. We have interesting stuff on the economic views, and we also did some polling on the Federal Reserve, and we'll have that on the 1 o'clock show.
That's a tease.
And tomorrow, if you guys have time, I've got American views on AI, which is pretty
weird.
cool.
They think that poorly of the Democrats, and they're still up for the midterms.
You know, Micah Roberts is our Republican pollster, and he says, be very careful. An answer to a question means different things to different people. I'll give you an example. Federal spending. Republicans are angry about the president's handling of federal spending. But what are they probably angry about? How much he's spending. What are the Democrats angry about? How little he's spending. When you see 25% of Democrats, for example, are angry at the Democratic Party, what are they angry about? Are they angry that the Democrats are being more like Republicans or not enough like Democrats? And the key question from a political point of view is, are they going elsewhere? And how motivated will they be to come out? And the thing that I think we care about around this table is, what does it all mean for control of Congress and the legislation that's out there? And it's early yet, but we're tracking a slight improvement for the Democrats on that score, while their reputation or favorability rating plunges into places not seen before.
Let's see. I don't have anything to refudiate.
Refudiate.
That was her great.
Yeah.
Melissa's an independent.
She's an independent.
I'm not a pundit at all.
You're not a pundit at all.